John worked very closely with George on the prequels. Did George ever have a say in Rogue One? Did he ever come on set?
I know that. So I never met George, and in a way, I'm almost glad that I didn't, because he is one of those people that I would just be like, just melt into a puddle if I met him. Gareth was very interested in meeting him because he idolizes George, and George, I know, did eventually come to the set long after I left. There is a funny story attached to that. I remember so Gareth told me about this. They gave George a tour of the Pinewood, the model shop and all that, because George's obviously very interested in all that stuff, and they showed him all these models, and Gareth showed him the U-wing, that they had built this beautiful model of the U-wing that they were going to paint up and use in the film. And George looked around, and anytime George would look at a piece of art on the wall or look at a model and go, I like that, that's cool, Gareth was like, well, that's in the movie now. Like, conversation over, we're putting that in. And George was kind of just by subtly kind of going, that I like that. Just this kind of almost kind of royal approval that he would give things. They immediately kind of showed up in the movie. But he took an interest in the U-wing, and he really liked it. And Gareth at the end said, would you, before you leave, would you autograph, would you sign something for us? Just leave your mark on this. And George signed the U-wing. The problem is it was actually a model that still had to be painted. But since George had signed it, they were like, okay, well, we're not painting over that. And they set that one aside and basically had to build a new U-wing model from scratch, because no one was going to paint over George's autograph. I thought that was cool.